Thank you very much, David Baddiel and Frank Skinner.
Have you got an upstairs flat, by the way?
We have.
What's upstairs, Clive?
Well, when we first did the show, Tony Statcher was on the programme. He used to live up there. He's still
up there now?
He's still up there. You never see him on television anymore, do you? So it's...
those floorboards are a lot stronger than they look. Right? He was thinner then, wasn't he?
Yeah. So you two share a flat, don't you?
Yeah.
We do share a flat, yes.
And the show, Fantasy Football League, it sort of recreates your home life.
When we had the idea for the show, we just thought we'd base it as much on our home life as possible, so we didn't have to do any proper work, really. We just transpose what we do at home onto the television.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, obviously, but...
What else is there? What is a typical day at home with
Well, we get up and we have a bloody good laugh. Then we have breakfast.
So it's nothing like it on the TV.
Exactly. Then we have breakfast. We've not all that many jokes, but perhaps one or two, you know. Sort of cereal and milk type gags. And then maybe I'll do a skit or a character.
Okay, I'm not sure this is a good question. I think it's provoked too long an answer.
Okay.
Well, it's all very enjoyable when you chat along, but I've never quite understood the interest in the fantasy football element. You know, 4 points for a win, 3 points for an interesting away strip. That kind of thing. And I noticed on your video, which you're here to talk about, I wouldn't wonder, Fantasy Football League, you don't bother with all that.
Well, it's got a sample written on the back.
Why has it got that?
Shouldn't you have gone off to the hospital first thing?
Presumably we didn't pay for it. It's not suitable for people of 12 years or over. So,
Do you know I play football with Clive?
Do you?
Well, football is an interesting word to use there.
Well, we play at Arsenal.
You're not good at football?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Well, can you play as well as David?
No, I'm rubbish.
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm really pathetically poor.
And that is worse than me, Clive, before you say. So that's
No, you have your moments.
Is Clive any good?
Well, Clive is, you know how Clive is on this show, he's very sort of quick on his feet and stuff like that. He's not like that on the pitch. Not at all. He does remind me, though, of some great players.
Yes.
Know, Bobby Charlton.
Yes, yeah.
No,
hang on, David. You get the award for the millionth guest on the show to make a reference to my lack of hair.
Thank you very much.
It's a certificate I'll be giving you later on.
Okay.
So,
bloody hell.
You've never noticed. Now,
you really don't like applause. Whenever people come, when you come back, they go, yeah, you go, yeah, well, right, yeah, okay. Sorry, Clive.
So, do you actually go along to your real football? You know, you're a West Brom supporter, is that right?
Well, obviously that's not real football.
Is it supposed to be this cold in here?
Honestly.
Oh, dear.
I expect to see penguins coming out of there.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Well, now, just as you recreate your home life, I recreate my home life.
Which
we have a very cold, house, yes.
You could grate cheese on my scrotum.
Thank you. I ate earlier. Thank you very much. Right, the question was, do you ever go and see football at...
Yes. I watch West Bromwich Albion. I'm a season ticket holder.
Always gets a laugh.
And I've been watching this year. It's my 28th season as a West Brom fan, and still when they come out the tunnel, I'll get that little tingle on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell that bloke. No, I do. I still get excited.
Well, one of your managers, Nick Hornby, wrote a book about Arsenal. Said it's bad enough supporting a reasonably good team. Occasionally you get victories and cup wins, league wins. But what's it like? He says, well, what's it like supporting a really bad team like West Bromwich Albion, which never wins anything?
There's going to be trouble. How
do you keep the enthusiasm week after week?
Well, we've had injury problems. Yeah, the back four weren't injured.
Yes.
That was bad.
The point is, wouldn't you, anyone here, rather watch West Brom week in, week out than Arsenal, who Clive supports?
Well, an interesting vote. So, yes, that's one of those sort of standard things. Arsenal are always boring. Every time they actually play a good game, the reporter always says, gosh, that's Wells dropping in. Arsenal actually had an interesting game there. They won 3-0 at Leeds. When did that last happen? Well, when they won 4-2 at Southampton.
It's a great impression of that reporter.
Yeah.
Who is it? Do you know him?
Yeah.
You took on that wizened old journalist hack look. I can smell the tobacco.
I can't compete with the stunning impressions you do on your show, David. Your Jimmy Greaves is so like you that I can't really believe
It's a chin. It's a chin I've been working on.
your comedy career, are you still doing stand-up to big stadiums and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm playing Sunday night at the London Palladium on November the 12th.
Oh, right. So we'll put that in our diary now.
Yeah.
Is that just one night, or are you going to do a sort of whole
run? No, it's a one-night stand. It will be, with any luck. No, I'm recording a video, so I did 2 shows on one night, and it's the real Palladium, you know, with all filler girls.
Have you played there before?
No, I've been there. I saw Gene Pitney live.
Yes.
Great. Darling. Yeah. And I think...
See, great impression.
Yeah. See, I can do impressions.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. No, he was great. I think what he did is absolutely true.
Yeah.
He did a couple of his big hits and stuff. And then they brought out all the letters he'd had sent to his dressing room and little cuddly toys. And he read them all out for about 20 minutes, like at a wedding.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
But would you do that? Do you get letters like that? What sort of fans
Not about
do you
Gene Pitney. That would be stupid.
About you? Any letters sent to you? Would you do that?
I've had pants in the post.
Have you?
Were they clean, these knickers?
You could have ate your dinner off them, knickers. In fact, looking back...
Yeah.
Now, the last time you were on, you were in another sort of pairing of comedians.
Yes,
with you and Rob Newman. Now, what happened to that? Do you still work together, or is that...
No, that's all finished. Do you not watch television at all?
Not where you're on, David.
Hey, no, I don't work with him anymore. What basically happened, when I was with Rob Newman, I used to get lots of sort of pants and women screaming at me, and that was kind of osmosis, I think, because he was kind of a handsome bloke.
Yeah. And just now, in his mail.
Yeah, I was basically. And now I just get blokes come out to me talking about football and things like that.
But it's nice for Dave to be the good-looking one for a change.
Yeah. Well, don't put yourself down.
No, I see, they were a great creative team, like Lennon and McCartney, and I'm sort of Yoko. And I'm the one that, because all the old fans of Newman and Baddiel think it's that Birmingham bloke that spoilt it.
Came between,
Yeah, I'm the other woman, as it were. Have you ever done this in another country? I haven't done a sort of, like Letterman went and did it in England.
No, I haven't done this programme. I've done lots of other programmes.
Oh, I'm not suggesting you haven't worked in other countries.
No.
We worked together in Montreal once.
We did, yes. You were down a storm. Even then, that was a few years ago. You went straight from sort of trying to set up a show at Edinburgh and having to write a programme to sort of immediate stardom. What do you think you've got with an audience? Are you naturally charming, would you say?
Difficult to
I don't know. I try and sort of be to do some funny jokes.
Yes,
if I can.
Yeah. Well,
and once you've got that sorted, you're halfway there, aren't you? I remember doing an AIDS benefit with you in Edinburgh, and Cynthia Payne was on.
Yes.
This is a true story. You wouldn't know this. I was in the dressing room. She wanted you to interview her on stage, and you said, "Oh no, that wouldn't be right. I'll just introduce her." And her agent came in and said, "Cynthia, I spoke to Clive Anderson. He doesn't want to interview you." And she said, "He was a barrister, wasn't he?" And he said, "Yeah, I think he was." And she said, "Well, they're all transvestites anyway."
Is that true?
I knew her from somewhere. But anyway, thank you very much, Frank Skinner and David Baddiel. Okay. Right.